These 8 parameters will easily shift your mindset, helping you uncover the reasons behind your setbacks. Once you apply them, you will fast-track your way to success. Parameter 1. Personnel planning. As I have emphasized many times, if you want to run a professional business, you must apply all the rules of professional management, even if it's just for your one-person operation. You will then see how quickly your business can grow. Many business owners believe that adding staff will increase costs, but this mindset is a major mistake. Adding people to your system without planning and effectively utilizing human resources is problematic. However, if your business is to grow, personnel must be added according to a plan and specific guidelines. After reading this book, you don't need to rush into hiring staff or expanding your team. Simply identify areas of your work where you need to lighten your own load. Understand this: no talent in the world has ever achieved success without the support of a team. If you want to see how much God favors you, look at how many people in your team contribute to generating income alongside you. In every major achievement, a team exists, and no goal can be accomplished alone. A team can start as small as 2 people and gradually grow. You don't need a full-time accountant at the very beginning. You can start by hiring someone a few hours a week, which allows work to progress faster without incurring heavy costs. For busy periods in your shop or business, you can bring in temporary help, and for daily tasks, part-time assistants can be used. Over a few months, you will naturally see the need for increased support from these temporary workers. Gradually extend the working hours of your staff until you can fully utilize their potential. This process will make it clear that your organization is starting to grow. The more your organization develops gradually through the addition of human resources, the stronger your foundation becomes. If you look at major global companies, you'll see that they, too, started small. The difference is that from the very beginning, they nurtured a vision of a large organization with a robust team. Yet, how many single-person businesses do you see operating day after day, year after year, without expanding their team? Their growth stagnates once they reach a certain financial ceiling, simply because they believe they cannot succeed and fear hiring new staff from the start. Parameter 2. Vision and foresight. For success, you must focus on 2 points. First, your dreams, and second, staying on the path of action. Many people have countless dreams, yet either never act or give up after the first few steps. If you intend to keep moving forward without stopping, you must be able to see the end of your dreams. It never really matters how successful you are now. What matters is your certainty that you will succeed and the power you will reach in the future. Those who fail are the ones who dwell on their current state and their lack of success. In contrast, those who succeed rarely look at where they stand today. Instead, they keep their eyes on what they will eventually achieve. And don't think this principle applies only to business. It is true for any goal in life. But since our subject here is business, we'll focus more on foresight in this context. Have you ever heard of the retail giant Walmart? It is one of the wealthiest corporations in America, founded by a man named Sam Walton. Sam Walton was born in 1918 in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. His father sold natural plants, and Sam inherited his father's talent for sales. During his undergraduate years at the University of Missouri, he earned the nickname Hustler Walton from his peers, thanks to his active role in student associations and sports. Walton gained his first real sales experience while working at J.C. Penney. In 1945, he made his first retail investment by purchasing a Ben Franklin franchise store. By around 1962, he had opened 14 more stores, most of them in rural areas. Walton tried to convince Ben Franklin to adopt the idea of discount retailing, but when they refused, he went ahead and opened his own discount store in Rogers, Arkansas. He named it Walmart. As Walmart grew, Walton remained focused on 2 main goals: reducing costs and building strong relationships with customers. Other cultural traits also became central to Walmart, such as involving employees in decision-making, valuing their experiences,
encouraging suggestions and acting upon them, frequent visits by top management to stores, operating based on customer insights, and a strong sense of patriotism. By 1983, Walmart had expanded enough for Walton to launch something new, Sam's Club, a membership-based wholesale store that offered discounts. Sam Walton passed away in April 1992, but he lived long enough to surpass giants like Sears and Kmart, becoming the nation's leading retailer. He also ranked among the wealthiest individuals in the United States. For Walton, entrepreneurship was about attention to detail, managing costs, and always prioritizing the customer. In truth, Walton, like other great achievers, reached his vision through foresight and the persistence of his original dream. He could have remained an ordinary man, content with a small grocery store, but instead, he chose to think bigger, and time proved him right.
Parameter 3. Focus on customer satisfaction. One of the most critical parameters of business is maintaining a strong focus on customer satisfaction. A perfect example of this is Apple. What Steve Jobs achieved for Apple was very similar to what Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, did for the fast food industry. Both visionaries became global symbols of how keeping customers satisfied leads to lasting success. Even though neither of them is alive today, their legacies prove that one of the key elements of sustainable business is customer loyalty and satisfaction. It's interesting to note that in 2012, for the 7th consecutive year, Apple ranked highest among smartphone manufacturers in customer satisfaction, according to a report by J.D. Power and Associates. Apple scored 839 out of 1,000 possible points. The main factors that drove this success were ease of use, outstanding features, elegant design, and battery life, all of which positioned the iPhone at the very top of the market. This success didn't happen by accident. It was the result of Apple's relentless focus on meeting customer needs and valuing their experience. Today, Apple stands as one of the most successful companies in the world, largely because of this principle. If you want to become a successful entrepreneur, your mindset must prioritize customer satisfaction first and financial profit second. The one thing that can drive you out of business is forgetting about your customers' happiness. Time moves quickly, and word spreads fast. Through your customers, your reputation will either grow rapidly or decline just as quickly. For those who respect customer satisfaction, the truth becomes a sweet reality. For those who ignore it, the truth becomes painfully bitter. Parameter 4. Prestige and management. For any logical and sustainable business, having clear management principles and a strong sense of prestige is essential. The day will come when your business has staff in uniforms, well-defined job titles, and managers in their proper positions. If you truly intend to succeed in your career, you must make that decision now, starting with changing your own professional image and prestige in the workplace. At the beginning of this book, I spoke about personality in business. To build a rational and structured enterprise, your management style must align with the vision you hold for the future. This also means elevating your prestige compared to traditional business practices. Review your behavior, the way you speak, your planning methods, and every action you take. Then design a clear roadmap for changing and improving yourself. In 2004, after suffering a major business failure and returning to Iran, I realized the true reason for my downfall. I lacked prestige in management. Despite starting over with the humblest job working as a driver for others, I committed myself to carrying a sense of prestige and a forward-thinking approach to management in everything I did. This shift in mindset quickly made others notice me. One of my old friends, who owned a factory, invited me to join his business. Although I entered as a regular worker, my way of managing myself and presenting with prestige set me apart. Soon, I was promoted to supervisor of the packaging department. I applied my vision of management and prestige by redesigning workflows, organizing the arrangement of packaged goods, and ensuring efficient movement between production and storage. I discouraged wasted time, unnecessary jokes, and unproductive habits, encouraging workers to be thoughtful and purposeful in their tasks rather than simply passing time. These small but significant changes improved efficiency, speed, and the quality of packaging and shipping, which ultimately boosted sales. A few months later, the factory owner recognized the impact of these improvements and offered me the position of production supervisor. Once again, by instilling a culture of prestige and strong management, I helped transform the production line, this time achieving even greater increases in efficiency and output. After years of varied management experiences, I have fully internalized this principle. The success I now enjoy in leading large companies is the direct result of cultivating prestige and management early on. That is why I emphasize to all participants in our training programs that prestige and management are the foundation of a logical business. Those who follow this principle gradually but surely set themselves on the path to growth and success, just as the world's most successful companies have done. Parameter 5. Time management. The first rule of responsibility is time management. No one in the world has ever been able to stop time, but the truly capable have learned how to make the best use of it. This is a phrase I constantly remind myself of. To succeed, we must manage time. Otherwise, time will end up managing us, taking control of our lives as it pleases. It is up to us to respect time and value it properly. Be strict about punctuality, both for yourself and for your employees. Make sure your workplace opens on time and closes on time. Remember, small, consistent actions eventually lead to massive outcomes. Personally, I believe one of the biggest differences between first world and third world countries is in how they use time. In developed nations, people achieve maximum productivity with fewer working hours. In underdeveloped countries, time is often wasted. There are two key elements to effective time management. 1. Thinking and planning. 2. Acting and respecting your plan. Showing up at the same set time every day, even if later in the day, is far better than being inconsistent early one day, late the next. Random attendance. I'll start whenever I feel like it is unprofessional and damaging. Here's a simple formula. If you consistently arrive at your workplace at the exact same hour for a few months, you'll gradually gain the trust and respect of both your colleagues and your customers. They will see you as dependable and elevate you to a higher position in their minds. When I was appointed to manage a struggling factory, the very first thing I tackled was time management among the staff. The lack of time management is a guaranteed recipe for failure in business. It is the foundation of collapse. Imagine a team of 20 employees, each arriving just 30 minutes late on average. That equals 10 lost hours per day. Multiply that by 300 working days, and you've lost 3,000 hours, the equivalent of 20 full working days per employee. In practical terms, that's like paying the annual salary of 2 workers for doing absolutely nothing just from lateness alone. And this is based on only 30 minutes of daily delay. Now imagine the waste in larger organizations, especially in government and semi-government offices. Time passes quietly, but it leaves behind enormous consequences. If you want to build a logical and sustainable business, you must treat time as a treasure and use it wisely. The key is to maximize output in minimal time. A simple practice can transform your productivity. Each morning, write down the tasks you plan to accomplish by the end of the day. This small habit has the power to completely reshape your life. In fact, in my book, Access, I've shared powerful methods for time management that can help you achieve several times more results using just a fraction of your time. Parameter 6. A structured accounting system. As you know, accounting is one of the most fundamental pillars of any business. What's important to realize is that any organization with a structured accounting system will automatically generate about 20% more profit annually. Surprisingly, many entrepreneurs are either unaware of this fact or simply never bother to implement it. A well-organized accounting process, especially when combined with reliable software and accurate bookkeeping, can significantly increase profitability. There are two crucial aspects to accounting. 1. Executing accounting operations. 2. Monitoring and controlling accounts. Successful business leaders are those who regularly review their accounting systems every 15 days, others even weekly. Later in this book, we will explore in detail the importance of financial oversight. But for now, remember this. Without both accurate bookkeeping and consistent monitoring, you cannot possibly keep your financial system under control. Parameter 7. The mindset of change and advancement. Progress in business is a highly desirable phenomenon, yet it is something only a select group of entrepreneurs truly embrace. In logical business, this parameter is both natural and essential. You too can easily envision yourself among successful business leaders. Do not assume that relocating your business or upgrading your operations will only add unnecessary costs. Many small-scale entrepreneurs make the mistake of thinking that a change of location means losing a large portion of their customers. This fear is unfounded. To better understand this, let's briefly categorize business growth stages. While businesses fall into sectors such as services, manufacturing, industrial, or trade, from a growth perspective, they typically move through three phases. 1. Test phase, the experimental stage. 2. Believe phase, the stage where you move from stress and uncertainty to achieving a minimum stable income. 3. Management phase, where your business evolves into a team-driven enterprise and begins scaling up. At every stage, your business will naturally serve two types of customers: local or regional customers, loyal, long-term customers. In a well-structured business, about 70% of customers are loyal and only 30% hopefully or occasional buyers. This means that when you relocate or upgrade your operations, those loyal customers will continue doing business with you. Within a short period, even local customers will adapt to your new location, and naturally, new walk-in customers from your upgraded area will emerge as well. Successful entrepreneurs don't fear losing customers when making a move. They are ready to invest in change, knowing that advancement ultimately accelerates growth, attracts new opportunities, and leads them to higher income and greater achievements. Parameter 8. Financial planning. The concept of logical business is impossible without financial planning. Successful entrepreneurs always pay close attention to this crucial element, controlling and managing their financial systems. In fact, great entrepreneurs share three key traits. 1. They use their time wisely. 2. They protect their money carefully. 3. They make full use of their mind and creativity. From my perspective, the third is the most important, yet without proper financial planning, even the sharpest mind will face difficulties. The first step in establishing sound financial control is to pay yourself a salary. Do this logically. Ask yourself, if someone else worked in my position with the same dedication and responsibility, how much would I pay them? That exact amount is what you should pay yourself. No more, no less. Keep this in mind. Do not pay yourself based on your financial needs. Never withdraw more than what the business can truly afford. This ensures sustainability. To succeed, you must establish a strong and organized accounting system. Once that is in place, divide your financial structure into three essential parts. 1. Capital, investment, the money allocated to grow and operate the business. 2. Savings, funds set aside for stability and future opportunities. 3. Financial reserve, safety fund/piggy bank, a security cushion for unforeseen challenges. In the next steps, we will break down each of these components to show how they build a reliable and profitable financial foundation. Don't miss our next podcast, where we'll show you how to manage these three areas of your finances to fast-track your way to wealth.